I would say that some of you have had to face some breakups. But strangely, it looks like you were relieved by that. Maybe relieved by it. Maybe the relationship was dragging you down and really burdening your soul. So honestly, I do think that this is probably the best thing for Aquarius, is to just go with the punches. Now, if you've still managed to stay in the relationship, that is because there's been some good communication and a whole lot of patience, friendships helping, all kinds of things like that, okay? So I wouldn't worry too much if I'm not saying every single Aquarian out there is going to separate and move on from a relationship, but they will certainly take a back seat and think things through, and when they come at it, the relationship will be much better, having taken good time in communicating with one another with kindness and respect. And that's the one thing I do see with Aquarius. They typically try to be kind. They typically try to be respectful. Doesn't mean they always pull it off, because they can be very fixed and very focused and irritated easily. And this is the one thing that Aquarians, they won't admit it, but they can be all that. Anyways, Aquarian energy is usually a very good vibration, a very reasonable individual for the most part, okay? Now, I do see the Empress at the very top telling me that you will be inspired and you will be nurtured and protected by your own mother. I'm going to say most Aquarians have mothers that love them very much, mothers that want to work with them, help with them in any way they can. So I'm going to say overall, you've had a supportive mother overall. You're going to have more than one source of income to overcome the coming months. That's what I got to say for Aquarius. Oh, but I do see whatever job you end up doing or whatever you're focusing on, you're going to love it. I see you loving your life. I see whatever just happened in your relationship. It's not good. It's not easy. But overall, I think your career is your saving grace, and your money-making place is your saving grace. This type of energy is a good vibe. You may have to sort of sit it out, wait it out, hope for the best. Things are happening, though, under the surface. Things are bubbling, things are boiling. If you are looking to be involved in anything where you get to use your voice, your words, your skills, anything like that, I definitely think you're going to figure it out. Now, you may not be very good at writing things down, but you were very good at communicating verbally, okay? So I do see you managing that. The only problem I see here is if you get flustered, you may not know how to answer something, or you answer it vaguely and then later think of all the things you coulda, shoulda, woulda. Okay? So I'm going to say that as long as you're doing what you love, as long as you focus on the things that you want to do, that you love, Aquarian, you're going to find it. Just sit it out until you find it. Doesn't mean you can't do other jobs to bring in the money, but focus on what it is you really want in order to bring it in, okay? In order to bring it in. That's what you want to do. You may find an old relationship, that relationship I was telling you, if you're in a relationship that you left, you may find that relationship not completely closed, and there will be irritating moments, knocks on that door that you don't want to deal with, trying to scratch the surface to maybe get back involved with you. No, this is not going to work for you. You're not interested in going backwards. Once you make a decision to go forward, you kind of stick to it. You don't often go backwards. And they're always tinkering. They're always wanting to do something. So Gemini and Aquarian is an incredibly good fit. And those are the people that I'd say, if you're with someone like that, you're definitely going to do some good communicating and realizing the better parts of the relationship instead of walking away. But there will be plenty of you that walk away because you chose wrong to begin with, okay? So as far as your health goes, I'm going to say that you've had some health issues. They've been, well, they could be serious to some degree, seriously painful or seriously inconvenient. And they are in the lower end of your body, so this could be digestive all the way down. Let's just put it at that. Digestion all the way down. It doesn't mean you can't overcome it. It doesn't mean that you won't resolve it, but it does look like you've had some kind of issues there that you've had to give some attention to help yourself. It could be, you know, a lot of Aquarians don't always say all the things that they're thinking because they hold in their anger. And that could affect your colon, your digestion, that type of thing. Okay, so just keep that in mind if that's what you're feeling. Although I worry about Aquarians allowing that kind of energy to fester, because they could end up with all kinds of problems in their colonic or irritable bowels, that type of thing. So you may be holding back the anger, but your bowels are taking it for you. So give some thought to that and maybe write it out. Remember I said that you're not really good at writing? Don't give a care who sees your writing. I mean, maybe you don't like the way your writing looks, or maybe you spell wrong, or maybe you're grammatically unable to, you know, put together a sentence. Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and do as you need to do for you. Okay? Nobody has to see it. So if you're writing a journal or something like that, just keep it hidden so no one sees it. I do think that the High Priestess card shows up in your workplace. So this is working with someone who is highly sought after. High Priestess is a psychic, a healer, a teacher, a tell it like it is, or that kind of a thing. So I see you, if you're going to be involved in any kind of work-related thing, it's going to be with someone who's pretty dynamic, okay? Right? Pretty dynamic, actually, that's the other thing. If you have been having health issues, you might want to resort to someone like the High Priestess to help you do some healing. As far as your health, I see you looking to natural ways of healing it, and maybe some natural healers to help you. That's a great thing, and we could do everything from massage to herbals to yoga. Okay? As far as work, I do see you having to put a lot of energy out there, getting that money happening, because the money flow is not where you actually want it. It doesn't mean that there isn't some, but it's sure as hell not where you want it. As far as relationships go, I'm told to tell you to be mindful of codependent ones and to give all you got to the ones that are solid and true. Yeah, you Aquarians who have walked away did the right thing. Okay, I hope that helps you, my dears. Justice cards in the middle. You got this. All I can say is things are going in the right direction for you. Just keep it up. Keep it up. Definitely keep it up. Whatever you're doing right, and opportunity will find you because of it. You do have a little problem with your personality. We're going to talk about that right now before I finish up this session. Does look to me like you may, in relationships, you may find that you're a little bit of a codependent. Maybe you overplease. Maybe that's the issue, and why you end up feeling like you want to get out of the relationship is because you started off by pleasing, being too pleasing, too accommodating, too negotiating, always compromising. I'm going to say that not that you shouldn't be compromising and negotiating in a relationship, you should be, but to what degree? To what degree? Do you sell your soul to make the other one happy? No, you do not. Do not do that. Okay? Do not. It's a wrong thing to do. So I'm going to say, step back. As soon as you find yourself giving, wait for them to give back. As soon as you find yourself compromising, compromise, yes, but wait for them to compromise. It's a give and take in relationships. If you're always doing the giving, I promise you one day you'll want to walk away from that relationship. So don't do it. You'll find yourself in arguments. You'll find yourself in constant debates. It's not necessary. You should be in a relationship with someone. I love the Gemini Aquarian mix, to be honest with you, because they really do help each other, complement each other, work with each other, support each other, and they do give back and forth. So this is a reasonably good relationship for Aquarian people. There are other signs that work well with Aquarian, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I'm going to say Sagittarian probably works even better with Aquarian than any of the other fire signs. And Gemini as an air sign. Those two signs, Gemini and Sagittarian, are probably the best signs for you. Okay? So not to say that you can't get along well with a Leo. You certainly can. Okay?